Good morning, friends. I'm excited to use the new cheek sticks again by Ophir. These just launched yesterday and I love them. The funny thing is, I'm really not a huge fan of cream products. I don't know if it's because I'm old. I'm not old, but I'm from like the powder generation where powder makeup was everything. Or if it's because I have more oily skin, so maybe it just doesn't sit as well. Or I kind of thought there's a chance that cream products look better on video than they do in real life, just from watching like trendy makeup tutorials. So all that to say, I love these. I could not believe how well they wore throughout the day. Yesterday was my first day wearing them. We tried them live, and they were so good, you guys. I don't know why, because this really shouldn't be the case, but this was the color I put on my lips, and at the end of the day, I still had color on my lips, and it was honestly like, it faded, but not even that much. Like 12 hours later, I still had pigment, which the reason why that's kind of crazy to me is these are actually cheek sticks, so they're not made as like a lip stain or a lipstick or anything like that, so it's not like they're formulated, you know, to combat that. And the wear that these had at the end of the day was so good. My cheeks, my lips, my eyes, everything looked like perfect. And that was impressive to me because yesterday was 97 degrees. I walked to work numerous times. I went to work, came home for lunch, went back, came back home, and then I had a meeting last night, so I walked back again. All that to say, I was definitely out in the heat, probably sweating a little bit. And you could not tell. They weren't streaky. They weren't like bubbling up on my face. Not bubbling up, that's not the word. Like getting patchy is the word I'm trying to think of. And the one I put on my lips was so good at the end of the day. So anyways, we're gonna use these again today. You guys tell me. I wanted to do like a monochromatic makeup, like a no makeup look, as you can tell, with one of these. So should we do the shade Raisin? This is more of like that plum kind of undertone. I'll swatch them all for you as well. Maybe I'll do it at the end. Plum, or should we do Watermelon? This one is super pigmented. I actually got a little too carried away with it yesterday. But I love a pigmented product because that just means this little stick is gonna last you forever, like for so long. So you're definitely gonna get your money's worth out of it, which I love. I don't like a product that, you know, just you use it a few times and it's gone and you gotta go buy another one. I love one that you can really use for like quite a while. And yeah, I also love a multi-use product. Eyes, lips, cheeks, we're gonna do that today. And another thing about it is it's skincare infused. So this is a Skincare X makeup collab. It has vitamin C, which is really good for like your skin tone, anything like that. It's gonna be super hydrating. So it's gonna help plump up the appearance, which is gonna help with like fine lines, wrinkles, any kind of blemishes. The appearance of that is gonna help be more smooth and youthful looking, which I love. They're just really, really good. And they also, I'm looking for my mascara. I guess I might have to do some digging when I get off of here. Anyways, what I was gonna say was they're super lightweight. So I don't know if you guys have ever used like those barely there skin tint type products. They're really trendy right now, and they have been for a while with like the, what do they call that? Like the glass skin look and the no makeup and all of that. They feel like the same consistency as that, like basically nothing on your face. It feels like you're just wearing skincare, but with major pigment, which I, again, love that. I don't love something that's cakey, especially if I am going to be out in the heat or something. In the winter, it's pretty common for me to wear like a heavier makeup. You know, I'm layering powders. I'm doing a liquid foundation, then a powder, then I'm doing powder and maybe some cream products. I definitely load up, but for some reason in the summer, or anytime I'm going to be anywhere warm at all, I just can't stand the feeling of like sweating under makeup. And these don't give you that. It truly doesn't even feel like you have makeup on. Okay, guys, I'm ill prepared. Where did I put my mascara yesterday? I don't know if I can see comments, so if you hop on, say hi. Let's see if they come through. We are live, but once in a while this does happen where I can't see comments until I get off. I love to still go back and read them and stuff, so definitely say hi. Let me know what you're up to. I don't know why Facebook does this to me sometimes. It's just, they just do. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to do mascara when you get off of here because I'm not going to make you guys sit here while I look any longer. Unfortunately, since it doesn't seem like I can see comments, I'm just going to have to randomly pick a color. I'm going to go with watermelon because this is actually a summer dress. And we are just going to go in with a little bit. Like I said, it's highly pigmented. So yesterday I definitely kind of put a little bit more than I needed on, which is fine. But we're going to try just doing a tiny bit and like building it up today. Yesterday I also put it on my brush first and then applied it to my face. And I think I might like that better. But see how this is like nice and subtle if I just do a tiny bit?
Wow, it's my birthday.
Oh, there's the birthday girl. If you guys didn't know, Zuri's 18 today. Let everyone see the 18-year-old. Does she look like an adult officially today?
Just woke up about 10 minutes ago, so.
Are you guys going to swim lessons?
Yeah, we have to pick up Carly, so I think we're going to be late, but I don't care.
I'm sure you'll be there.
Ew,
close
literally
enough.
look at these.
Zuri, I am on live, just so you know. I know, I saw that. I don't know what happened. I had the door open.
Whenever we come in
at night,
there's like a gajillion on the
when
door,
the
and I
lights
try
on.
and like run in, but about 100
it happens. Love you. Have fun. Okay, how pretty is that? I want to keep it like where it looks like a natural sun kiss, which I will say is kind of hard for me because I tend to go a little overboard with blush and I get a little bit of blush blindness because I just want to keep applying it. Those of you that watch my like daily makeup tutorials, you already can see where this is going because I kind of keep putting another little bit on. It's a bad habit, but I don't know. I just love blush. I've always loved blush. Even when blush wasn't really popular, like when I was in high school, I feel like bronzer was way more, like just bronzer by itself was really in. I still really liked blush, to be honest with you. But how pretty is that? I'm going to have to stop myself because I'm going to want to just keep applying it. I did link these above and below so you can go shop them. And also check out, while you're on there, you can click on, I think it's composition. Anyways, just scroll down a little on the product and there's kind of like some FAQ and just info about them. You know you're a boy, Mom. This was just stuck to my makeup towel. It's a little fishing bobber. But anyways, you can read all of the skincare ingredients because they are so good. If you like the kind of sun-kissed, people call it sun-kissed. It's a sunburn makeup trend, but you can put a little on your nose. How pretty is that? I'm going to stop myself so I keep it natural looking. But yeah, I would totally continue going ham if I wasn't on here with you guys. And then we're going to do our lips. And monochromatic makeup is a trend for 2025. So what that means is one color makeup. So for example, your eyes, instead of doing like say a darker color in the crease or like kind of like a variation of colors, it'll be like one color, like one block of color. Think of like color block clothing trends. And then you can do the same color on your eyes, your lips, cheeks. And that's going to be really trendy. Now, I will say, I feel like trends are always behind, at least where I live. Like, I live in Montana. So, I feel like even though this is the trend for 2025, 2026, it'll probably, like, really kick off. So, you can jump ahead because these can be used for everything. It seems like the clean girl makeup is here to stay. I'm more of, like, a full glam makeup girl, but I like a clean girl makeup. As you can see, my skin is way less than perfect, but I still like it. So anyway, grab any three of these or all of them, and if you want to do like kind of a trendy makeup look, you can try that where you do eyes, lips, and cheeks. These are just made for your cheeks, but I wore it yesterday and it wore so well. I gotta keep track of the time. I'm so bummed I can't see your comments. The favorite part of my day is getting ready for work with you guys and chatting with you. Like, first off, you guys are like the best hype girls I've ever met in my entire life. Like, how could I not have a good day when I get on with you guys? Even if I get like a day where I'll randomly get a bunch of like mean comments or something on like videos that are popping off, I don't even care because I have you guys every single day. And I'm like, you can't tell me anything, girl. So, I'm sorry I can't see them, but I am really happy you're on here. How pretty is that? Especially if I could find my dang mascara. I don't know how I lost it. Honestly, I guess it might be a no mascara day. That's like the ultra clean girl trend. I'm not really like usually doing that, but today I might be. Anyways, I feel like watermelon is just like such a summer color, or like I'm not going obviously to, well, I guess that isn't obvious, but I'm not going to any like beaches or tropical vacations this year, but oh my gosh, this color at like a tropical place or a beach, so good. I will be at the Stanky Lake. Don't get me wrong, I actually love the lake, but it is like, it's not the same as a beach. You know what I mean? Like the shore is like weeds and like, I don't know, you kind of got to wear your like sandals, or if I really got into it, I guess I could get water shoes. Yeah, not really any like sandy beaches, but we take what water we can get when you live in, I guess, any of the inner states. Okay, how pretty is that? And you can even blend these out with your finger too. I always typically prefer a book brush. There are a couple products that I feel like I get better results with my fingers, but if you are someone that likes to just tap and like use your fingers for stuff, these work so well with that. I just always feel like I get more payoff and a little bit more of an even blend with a brush. Again, that could just be maybe my fingers are a little bit more oily. I know you're like, Savannah, stop yourself. don't keep going in with that brush, but that blush, I can't. I promise this is the last one, and then I'm calling it. I'm not gonna go crazy. Okay, normally I would set with powder, even just like setting powder, because that's just who I am. But how pretty is this glow? It's almost like you don't even need highlight. I kind of showed this yesterday, like, because it's so glowy and so hydrating, it almost gives you like a natural highlight where it just makes the light reflect off the high point of your cheeks, which is gonna lift the face with nothing. If you need one of those all-in-one products that like saves the day, this is definitely it. Okay, I'm obsessed with these. I know everybody says I'm obsessed, and like that kind of gets annoying because it's like you're not obsessed with everything. I'm actually obsessed with these. They're so good. I'm still in shock because I'm not a cream product girl. All right, girls, what do you think of watermelon? I am going to swatch these really quick, and then I guess I'm going to jump off and try to find my mascara, and then I will put like the cover photo of this video, if it lets me, as the final look, because, or I'll post it, I guess. I left myself like no time today, which you guys know I'm just infamous for having to rush. But that's just, I would say that's who I am, but it's really not. It just seems like, apparently, I guess I am because it works out that way every day. So, yeah. I feel like this has way more color in real life, but hopefully I can maybe capture it in a picture. The sun comes up so early now that the room I do my makeup in, I just don't get like any natural light, which makes it a little tricky because that's always the best so that I can really show off these makeup. But the show must go on, so. How pretty is that, you guys? I actually feel like it makes me look a little bit younger. What do you guys think? I'm 32. You're probably thinking, no, you look 32, girl. I think that trend is like so crazy where people are like, guess how old I am, or something like that. So my entire life, I'm gonna quit talking after this, but tell me if you agree. If someone ever has said like, guess how old I am, in my head, I'm automatically thinking like, if they're saying that, they must be like way older than they look, or like way younger, depending on if it's like a kid asking me, I'm like, they must be way younger. Or if it's like an adult like my age and they're like, no, guess how old I am. And then they like are waiting for me to guess. In my head, I'm thinking like, she must be at least 10, 15 years older than she looks. So I'm throwing out some crazy number like 60, you know what I mean? And then she's like, oh my gosh, I'm 42. And in my head, I'm like, well, you look 42, which is like not a bad thing, you know, at all. But I'm like, why would you ask me to guess if you look how old you are? So I feel like I'm that person, but I did tell you I'm 32 right off the bat. So if you think I look 32, that is totally fine. I do not mind being 32, but I feel like this makes my skin look way younger than that. Because I've never had any Botox, nothing, which I think is obvious from like the lines in my forehead. But I feel like this just gives such a good plump and such a good glow that it really kind of like helps with the lines, especially like around my eyes, just because that's one of the like first places I feel like you kind of get wrinkles, and your forehead and your 11s, but this just really kind of like blends and smooths that out because it reflects light. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna quit talking your guys' ear off. I'll come back and read the comments. I'm super bummed I couldn't see them. And then I'll try to find my mascara somewhere. No clue where it is, and hopefully get that on and post a final look on my page with mascara in case you're wondering what it looks like with that. Oh, I squeezed this on a little too tight, I think. But I hope you guys have a good day. It's my daughter's 18th birthday. Can you believe it? I feel like I was just 18 and she was 4, which was a crazy time. But it goes really fast. If you have kids and they're in the toddler stage, the baby stage, and you kind of feel like you're in the trenches and maybe it's like everybody else looks like they're loving motherhood, trust me, it's a hard time, but it does not last forever. Like, things are going to get easier, they're going to get better, and there's going to come a time where it goes by so fast, especially once they get in, like, school and stuff. So yeah, before you know it, you will have an 18-year-old. I better go buy her some lottery tickets or something before work. But I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks so much for always hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not sure which. If you're new here, I go live Monday through Thursday between 8 and 8:30 Mountain Time. So I would love for you to follow along. If you tap my screen and the little description box pops up, you can hit that bell, and that hypothetically should give you notifications. It doesn't always work. Or you can go to my profile and hit those little 3 dots next to like follow and like and stuff, and you can add me to your favorites. Like, it'll probably be on following. You can click over to favorites, and that should hypothetically give you live notifications too, so that we can actually talk while I'm live and it doesn't show it to you 3 days later. But yeah. All right, girls, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you later.